the Predator. And yes, the one that is different from the Arnie movie, or The Predators, or Prey, if not for one of the most absurd plot lines in all of movie history. But if we shift the perspective away from
the loony bus, look at this mother.
And focus on the Predator who for some reason longs to be neurospicy, it becomes a story of trying to skip better camouflage or plasma tech and instead go for hyperfixating on Minecraft and having a sensory meltdown when your armor gets a bit too itchy. Look, there's going to be a few jokes like that in this, because this is just one of the most insane movie ideas ever conceived of. We're not going to be taking this seriously at all. Like, this is no shade to anyone who suffers from divergencies. I am myself divergent, so it's all for just fun, okay? So imagine you are the Predator. Not only are you a Yautja, but you are an augmented Yautja, with probably no small amount of hard meat DNA in the mix. Probably. Unconfirmed. And you love to fight the hard meat. They're just so strong and awesome, just like you. But yes, apparently, the Yautja are now modifying their genetic code with other beings to become even stronger. Thus, you. And you are such a behemoth that you make relatively strong Yautjas that have also been augmented look like runts. And one of these runts is what you are chasing right now. He got it into his head. He wanted to protect the humans. What? Everyone knows in the Yautja community, protecting people is weakness. You do not protect anyone because that is weakness. You only do it if it's strategically necessary, and even then, you do it with a bitter taste in your mouth and begrudgingly, and then you kill them afterwards. Anyway, this dickhead manages to escape. Goes through some techno-magical bullshit portal, but for some reason, you can't immediately follow. You have to wait to find out where he's going, even though you probably know exactly where he's going to, because he's going to help the soft mates. But anyway, sometime later, you decided you've done enough gooning to the latest Yautja only Preds and decided to actually fuck off after him. Of course, when you land, you have to send your Predator dogs to go find him because you have Predator dogs now. You grab him as he's roughing up some soft meat, and I mean, you thought he was here to protect them, but apparently not. There's like 500,000 bodies on a trail leading up to this place. He's not really doing a very good job, is he? But invariably, he's not happy to see you. Not happy at all, which is completely fair. You are about to brutally remove him from existence, and he's using one of those cute little shoulder cannons. Like, it's so sweet when runts have to use antiquated technology to try and beat you. It's like the soft meats using these pea shooters that they have. Doesn't do anything, and it's entirely predictable.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Anyway, you absolutely annihilate the guy, separate his head from his shoulders, and you have to question, this guy managed to evade the other Yautja? That is kind of beyond you. He's even using a cute little mask because seeing in the soft meat world is like trying to look through a glass of syrup. It's so cute, it's so sweet.
It's pathetic, pathetic is weak.
Weakness must be removed, like a scourge, or technically a head from shoulders, but whatever. But that now means you have to hunt these fools, find the ship, and maybe cheekily sneak in some things into the DNA, or at least catch some things to get the DNA. There's at least one human here, probably on this planet, that has some half-decent DNA, and you find out is one of the offspring of the humans. It managed to unlock the secrets of the Yautja mask in one night, which is frankly pretty impressive. Like, humans are pitiful, they're weak, they are mandiblous, but historically they've always been cunning and sly like a fox. But this kid, he's something else, he's something different, something divergent, and you like divergent. One thing you do really hate, because it's mildly inconvenient, is how these humans will see one tiny little 11-foot predator monster and always shoot first. You would think that being an 11-foot genetic experiment would command at least like a little bit of respect, but alas, no. These humans see a literal god of the hunt and immediately just start blasting with their little spitball guns. It's rude. Like, you are now on the hunt to try and upgrade your maybe your CPU, I guess, with some premium human brain DNA, and instead they're making it about survival and not being harvested. And it's also not your fault that their dwellings are puny and you look like a monster in comparison. Damn, this house is tiny. The offspring even found where the ship was, which, well, honestly, that saves you a whole lot of trouble. You were just getting win after win at this point. Mildly convenient, all of these plot devices working out for you perfectly. But the humans actually get there first, and holy, they work quick. What's better is that they just, well, killing each other, and that just makes you smile. And you run in on one of these little weasels trying to be sneaky or something. He doesn't even have a cloaking device. And you know, at this point, like, breaking through the human's perimeter is comically easy. Historically, you'd have to wait, take them out one by one, and actually, you know, think about what you have to do. But not now. Now you can just like waltz right in, kill them all easily, block all the bullets because bullets don't mean anything anymore. You kinda do miss the old days where hunting was actually fun. Now it's just conquest and harvesting. You're like a tracking farmer. So you do opt to play a game, do it like the old days where you had to think about what you are doing, where you actually had to be creative and cunning like they are. And then after this little game, you can grab the child with the super brain. Yep, that's right. You do not cower in the face of potentially having sensitivity to sound, which a predator would probably hate, or stimming behavior to soothe every time it gets a bit difficult, or social difficulties. I mean, like, what are you, human? Socializing sucks. All you want to do is make offspring and kill shit. And more sensitivity to sound just makes things more fun because there's more adrenaline. Yep, you actually just want that ability to be able to break an alien language in a singular day and have such insane pattern recognition and cognition speed that it's borderline freaky. Now, could you have achieved the same results with trying to target someone with savant syndrome? Yes. Shut up. But savant syndrome isn't actually necessarily genetic.
I offer time advantage. Go.
But I mean, you know, you've come to Earth, you've killed a few people, you're about to destroy the ship, and you know, there's that old Yautja expression. When on Earth, do as the Earthians do. Fuck shit up and destroy everything, including other humans. Anyway, so what you do is you let these creatures run around a bit. Unfortunately, though, they don't get very far. It's pitiful. It's pathetic. And you know, for your first victim, you go for the tried and true, take them from above, zip line them up. Perfect. And it all goes well, you know, you got them on the ropes, they're freaking out, you can feel the fear in them, you can feel their intensity rising, but then they actually surround you, which necessarily isn't a big problem because, you know, at this point you are still immune to bullets, but they get a few good shots on you. And the next thing you know, you're actually on fire with a guy trying to jump on you. Like, what the hell? I mean, you're not complaining. This is kind of fun. Who would have thought a few humans could actually concoct such an ambitious plan? But my god, it's crazy. But after all that's said and done, you know, you've basically brutally murdered every single one of these things. So you grab the child and fuck off. Finally, you will have the divergence, and your intellect will be unrivaled across the galaxy. Yeah. Humans are crazy. Just imagine having this talent in your gene pool and you worry about silly little things like being able to communicate. The only communication you need is through your fists. Maybe a shoulder cannon. No, shoulder cannons are lame now, aren't they? Yeah, just fists and knives. That's what predators are these days. Oh, what the fuck was that? A bird? Great. Now you're gonna crash land on this fucking planet. Awesome. You had like this whole thing planned later as well. You were gonna arrive home, show them all this little kid that you stole and be like, hey guys, I found a true warrior. Look, you can't even kill the annoying cockroach of a human because, well, you have to stop the ship from, well, killing you when you land. When you do land, granted, it's a rapid, unexpected descent, this cockroach is actually trying to give you a cheeky 1v1 with a pea shooter and most likely a dream and a prayer. It's definitely a dream and a prayer. How does someone look into the eyes of, well, you, when they look like that, these fleshy, pink, icky little things? They see this glorious slice of perfection and they think, yeah, I'm gonna fight that. Crazy work. What, for a child? Oof, how weak, pathetic even. Oh, imagine doing that for your own child. Do you have a child yet? Probably. Maybe. You wouldn't protect your child. You would throw them to the wolves and probably kill it yourself when they demonstrate a bit of weakness like this. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna need to genetically modify your beautiful mandibles now.
Jesus Christ.
So you decide to play with your food. Now, could you literally kill this guy at any point? Yes, you could. But that wouldn't be silly, and that would not be fun. That would be sensible. And these humans, they just keep on appearing. You just keep knocking them away at this point, don't you? You've literally killed every single human in one hit, but these ones, nope, you just grab them by the leg and throw them away. Yep, just keep throwing them by the leg. Don't try to kill them. Not that you couldn't just rip off their leg as you're throwing them. Oh, yes, of course. The force field gets you. It cuts off your arm. Right, yes, this makes total sense. Now you can't even throw the humans anymore, can you? This is not how it's supposed to go. You know, I don't think they know how hard it is to be a Yautja, let alone a Yautja without an arm. It's like, you're like half of a creature that you'll go home and be like, oh, you're not very strong anymore, are you? And then you die. Oh, and your leg as well. Great, thank you. Awesome. They're taking everything from you because you didn't brutally murder them like you did every other human that has ever existed in one hit. All because you decided to throw them away. No. Oh, we got them all. Your arms, your legs. Well, you're probably cooked.
What are you?
He didn't even give you a chance to finish. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I just want to shout out my members real quick, especially Good Old Granite, Alexander Colburn, and Be Wilder Kings. Thank you guys, your support means everything. And of course, Lavender, Zyla, Toast the Bread, Suzukaze, Boss Link, Techno Scorpion, Takaru, and Alan. Thank you. Have a great day and have a great life.